Hello, fight fans. James Smith from In This Corner at the Roy Jones Fight Academy in Las Vegas. 2015, year 3 of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. The inductees have been named. Here's the founder and president, Rich Marotta, to make the announcement.
We're going to announce our inductees for 2015. And one thing that we wanted to do this year was to really pay attention to the rich history of boxing. We all know about the glamour fighters, the modern era of fighters that are going into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame and have gone into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And we appreciate everything they've done. They've made Nevada the boxing capital of the world, specifically Las Vegas. But this year, we really wanted to pay attention to those who were so important in the very beginning building of boxing in the state of Nevada. So what we did was to go back 100 years, more than 100 years, to honor those in the turn of the last century and to put in a full pioneer class. This is the foundation of the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. We eventually, and hopefully not too long and not too far down the line, want to have a museum, a home for the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame right here in Nevada, where people can go in and see and feel the rich history of Nevada boxing. And with that being the case, we felt we needed to pay specific attention this year to those pioneers. So we're announcing a full pioneer class. They're all going in together into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And here are the inductees in the pioneer class this year. The great Jack Johnson, one of the greatest heavyweight champions of all time. Fought only once in Nevada, but that one time in Nevada was probably the most famous fight ever in the sport of Nevada. He fought it in the sport of boxing in Nevada. He fought it in Reno, Nevada, the Great White Hope fight in which he fought Jim Jeffries. It had amazing social repercussions and ramifications around the country. But Jack Johnson was the winner and really was probably one of the greatest defensive masters in the history of boxing. Jack Johnson goes in. Also, Joe Gans with a record of 145-10. He fought twice in Nevada, once in 1906 when he defeated in a very famous fight, battling Nelson in 1906 in Goldfield, Nevada, and later on fought in Tonopah, Nevada. These are places that no longer hold boxing, but were the mecca of boxing in those days. And we're inducting together Bob Fitzsimmons, Ruby Bob Fitzsimmons, and James J. Corbett. James J. Corbett and Fitzsimmons fought for the heavyweight title 1897 in the state of Nevada in Carson City, our capital, and it was the first title fight in the state of Nevada. It was won by Bob Fitzsimmons with the famous solar plexus punch to defeat Jim Corbett. This was the first gloved heavyweight championship fight. Corbett had beaten the great John L. Sullivan, the last of the bare knuckle champions, so he'd become the first glove champion, and then Bob Fitzsimmons defeated Jim Corbett. And Tex Rickard, one of the greatest promoters of all time, really was the predecessor to the flamboyant promoters who came along later, and he was the man who promoted Johnson and Jeffries. And it was also interesting that he also refereed the Johnson-Jeffries fight. So you can imagine if we had Bob Arum, refereeing, or Don King refereeing a match today. That's what it was. It was that. And he went on after promoting that to also promote the great big Jack Dempsey fight. So that's our 5 pioneer class, and they'll all go in together. Jack Johnson, Joe Gans, Bob Fitzsimmons, Jim Corbett, and Tex Rickard.
This year really about the theme, kind of the great history of boxing in Nevada.
Yes, and we're paid special attention, Smitty, into really honoring the history that goes way back. I remember when I first was mentioning the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame with you, you were talking about the fights in Goldfield and Tonopah and great fights from around the last century. And what we did was to induct a full pioneer class this year. So that's the foundation of boxing, so that we could bring in people like Jack Johnson, course. I mean, with the Great White Hope fight in 1910 in Reno, and Joe Gans and Bob Fitzsimmons and Jim Corbett, and the great original flamboyant promoter, Tex Rickard. And so we wanted to honor that. So the history was big. And then, due to the fact that we were able to this year eliminate the qualifications that we had set down in the past of having 12 fights in Nevada and 8 world title fights, we were able to induct many of the really glamour, wonderful figures who have significantly contributed to the growth of boxing in Nevada. People like Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson, Lennox Lewis, Marvin Hagler, those kind of people. First of all, our Nevada resident boxers. We have a gentleman right here to my right, a really terrific, skilled, light heavyweight champion of the world. Defeated in 11 rounds Marvin Johnson to win the championship. Successfully defended it twice. When he actually fought Michael Spinks, and I didn't even know until I was going back into your record that there was a title fight at the Imperial Palace Hotel. And I don't know if that's the only one that was there, but Eddie fought Michael Spinks at the Imperial Palace Hotel. And he was a great, great champion with a record of 50 wins, 8 defeats, 1 draw in his career. And we're very happy this year to induct. And he'll make his long speech at the induction. But we'll bring him out. Eddie Mustafa Muhammad, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, you're a New York kind of guy, but now you're in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. We kind of known you as a Las Vegan. Talk about this honor.
You know what? I've been inducted into 3 Hall of Fames. New Jersey, New York, and now Nevada. Nevada, in my opinion, is the capital of boxing. And I'm humbled to go in with such outstanding guys like Roger Mayweather, Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Robinson. I mean, this is the creme de la creme of what we do. And it's just an honor for me to step forward and say, I'm proud.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Our next inductee from the state of Nevada had an amazing professional boxing career and has gone on to an amazing training career as well. He's become one of the greats in training, but before that, he's one of the greats and popular fighters in professional boxing. The gentleman I'm about to introduce fought more than any other inductee that we've had in 3 years within the state of Nevada. 41 times he fought here in the state of Nevada, more than any other inductee. He was the WBA 130-pound champion. He was the WBC 140-pound champion. He beat great fighters like Vinny Paz, Livingstone Bramble. And I remember, because I was at the time working in Los Angeles as a sportscaster, and because we had so many Mexican and Mexican-American boxers fighting in Los Angeles, and he was just knocking them over one by one. He became known as the Mexican Assassin. But he was a great fighter, and we're very happy that this is the year he'll be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, Roger Mayweather. Come on up, Rod.
Hello? Anyway, I ain't gonna say about I beat all the Mexicans because they my friend now.
All right, talk about this honor for you being inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. You're far away from the north now, but obviously you're happy you made the move to Las Vegas.
Oh yeah. I came to Vegas in '81, and I never thought about no award. I never thought about anything. But my thing is, I came here because I wanted to fight, and I wind up. A guy brought me out here. He said, "I'm going to take you to Las Vegas." He said, "If you think you can become champion, I'm going to take you to Las Vegas, and I'm going to take you to Las Vegas, and you're going to get an opportunity to fight for the title." The guy brought me out here, boom. I came out here in '81. I fought for the title in '83, and I won the title. It was crazy because at that time, whoever never thought I was going to become world champion? I didn't know. But
Well, congratulations as a fighter and as a trainer. You deserve it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, the thing of it is, I wind up become world champion, and I wind up, it's funny because my nephew is going to be probably like Ray Robinson, like Joe Louis. He's going to probably be one of the greatest fighters there is in the world of boxing. Because my nephew been boxing all of his life. That's all he ever knew. So, and that's the key of boxing.
Gene Fullmer, the former middleweight champion, 55 wins, 6 losses, 3 draws. Here in Nevada, he defeated the great Sugar Ray Robinson. Actually, he defeated Sugar Ray Robinson twice. Defeated Benny Kid Paret here. Had a draw against the great Dick Tiger here in Nevada. And Gene is living in Utah right now and will be inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Former middleweight champion of the world, Marvin Hagler, marvelous Marvin Hagler. The record of 62 wins, 3 defeats, 2 draws. Fought 7 times here in Nevada, 6 world title fights. His notable Nevada wins included victories, of course, over Thomas Hearns, Roberto Duran, John the Beast Mugabe, Juan Roldán, and also, of course, had his famous, very close and disputed decision defeat to Sugar Ray Leonard, one of our previous inductees. We are proud to induct this year Felix Trinidad from Puerto Rico, the record of 42-3. Tito had 10 Nevada fights. All 10 were world title fights here in Nevada. He defeated Oscar De La Hoya, Fernando Vargas, Hector Camacho, and David Reed. Marco Antonio Barrera, the great Mexican champion, with a record of 67-7, had 19 Nevada fights, including his incredible trilogy with Érik Morales, of which Marco Antonio won twice. Also defeated Johnny Tapia here, and Kevin Kelley. Had a decision loss to Manny Pacquiao, and probably his most famous win outside of the Morales fights when he defeated Prince Nassim Hamed at the MGM Grand. Former heavyweight champion of the world, Lennox Lewis, will be inducted. With his record of 41-2-1, Lennox fought in Nevada 8 times, fought 6 world title fights here. Among his victories here in Nevada were over Evander Holyfield, Hasim Rahman, Oliver McCall, and David Tua here in Nevada. And that gets us to our final 2 inductees. One of the greatest, and many say the greatest fighter of all time, the great Sugar Man, Sugar Ray Robinson, who never fought in Nevada until very late in his career, but had the amazing record of 173 wins and 19 defeats. And we're very much looking forward to inducting Sugar Ray Robinson. And that's why we said when we do have that museum, permanent home for the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, when a person comes in, they've got to know that they're going to see Sugar Ray Robinson up on that wall. And because of what's going to happen here in August, they're going to see Sugar Ray Robinson on that wall. And our final inductee, known simply as the greatest, fought here 7 times in Nevada, including 3 world title fights. But here in Nevada, he defeated the likes of Floyd Patterson, Ron Lyle, Jerry Quarry, Bob Foster, Joe Bugner, the most amazing athlete probably in the 20th century. And it went far beyond that for all that he accomplished socially and in the hearts of so many around the world. And that means, of course, the one and only Muhammad Ali will be inducted.
Well, that's the greatest Muhammad Ali. I know him, of course, from Miami and the 5th Street Gym. You know him from Daddy. Rashida, talk about this honor for your father being inducted into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame.
You know what, Rich Marotta, when he created the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, I didn't even know that it existed, and I've been here 12 years. So when he called and told me about it, I was like, you're kidding me. And then he started to rifle off all the names of the other recipients, and I said, oh, my dad would be so excited. And I called him and let him know about what was taking place. And he couldn't believe he was going to be a part of this list. I mean, that's how excited and humble he was about it. But just listening to a lot of the inductees speak today, and they all had such strong stories to tell about their experience, and most of them mentioned my dad as part of them. And that made me just shed a tear, a little bit of joy, because it just made me feel that my dad was more than just a boxer, but he was just a humanitarian. He helped people. And for some of them, it helped them achieve greatness. So I'm deeply honored to be a part of that.
I want to say that if it wasn't for one man that gave me the opportunity to come train at his camp for free, says, look here, my camp is your camp, whatever I have is yours. That's your father. We boxed a tremendous amount of rounds, getting me prepared for the fight. And he brought the whole camp to the fight, paid for everybody's tickets. And after the fight, when I won the championship, we drove back to the camp and just hung out. You know, and so that's all I want to say. I want to thank your father. I want you to know that. We just met, but, you know, I just want to, if you see your father, you tell him that, you know, we still, I mean, I have him in my heart every day. I pray for him every day. That's my guy.
Well, somebody that I certainly know deserves to be in the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. Longtime PR guy for Top Rank, Lee Samuels. Congratulations.
Thank you, Smitty. Well, I've always tried to get awards for other people, including yourself. And when I spoke today, I really meant it. I'm going to try to get everyone deserving inducted in this great Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. It means a lot to the families of the winners. And this is a great group. I mentioned that I started with Top Rank in 1983. I was on an ESPN, basically a Thursday night show with Bruce Trampler, Al Bernstein, Michael Buffer, and for 3.5 years. And then Bob Arum called me and said, I'm going to assign you to Marvin Hagler, my first star fighter. So the fact that Hagler is being honored here, along with Ali, and Ali I covered when I wrote for the Philadelphia Bulletin newspaper. I covered a few of his fights, and he was bigger than life, the greatest, and here we are.
And this year, when we think about the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame in years 1 and 2, it was a one-day extravaganza. Well, this time, more in keeping with what they do, for example, in Canastota, you're making a weekend of it.
Right, it's now going to be induction weekend, so there will be a Friday evening event as well as a Saturday. At our Friday evening event, I believe we're going to move some of the special awards that we were giving out in the past on induction night, move that into a Friday night event as well as a great party, a more informal but still a lot of fun party for everyone. So, and we have something planned as well that our COO Michelle Corrales Lewis is planning to have some type of youth summit as well for younger kids to get them involved in boxing and what we're doing as well, and that would even take place the day before our welcome.
Well, yeah, I got one favor to ask on that. You know, whenever we do these at the International, they have a ring, and I do my in-ring. So there's one guy that I haven't gotten a hold of yet, a marvelous Marvin Hagler. So hopefully Marvin will be here, and I'll get him in the ring for an in-ring.
Oh, gosh, I can hardly wait. That would be wonderful. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that Marvin attends. We definitely want him to come out. We've talked to a lot of the other inductees. They're all indicating, you know, depending on the date that they do want to attend and accept their induction in person. But yeah, I think I'd pay something to see you and Marvin in the ring together.
Sugar Ray taught me some tricks. Well, year 3, it just keeps getting better. Best of luck, continued success.
Hey, thanks a lot, Smitty. Really appreciate all your help through the years.